What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tully Television. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about some uh, of my life a little bit today. I want to thank all of you for stopping by, like and subscribe and sharing all of that beautiful YouTube stuff. Without you, we wouldn't have grown as far as we have today. The countdown to 75 subscribers starts or has started. Um, let's do that, guys. Let's get to 75 subscribers. Let's do that giveaway I promised. And let's get into it today. Um, Today, it's going to be basically me talking about some of my uh, trials and tribulations as of late. Not that this is going to be sorry sap uh, live today, but I just wanted to get into how important it is and how grateful I am to have the team that I have behind me. It's been rough as of late. Sorry about the lighting situation, guys. I didn't realize I had to charge my computer before the live. Let me see how much. Yeah, I got enough of that. Give me one moment, guys. Trying to fix the lighting here so we can see each other a little better. There we go. There we go. We got a little bit better lighting. Um, yeah, I want to thank everybody for stopping by again because um, really, if it wasn't for you guys stopping by, I don't know uh, where my mindset would be as of late. Um, I know it's probably got some of you guys probably not knowing when I'm going live lately or not, due to my phone breaking lately. Within the last couple of weeks, my phone broke, and I've yet to get a new phone. Um, I could be doing some advertising on the computer through the camera on the computer, yes. But I just wanted to say that's probably why you haven't really caught me with any of that. Um, with the reels or with the shorts on YouTube, reminding you all about the Thursday night stream. Uh, Plus, the last uh, week and a half has been pretty tough on the television household. Um, Much like everybody in their own life, we have a lot of things that go on here behind the scenes, obviously. And I don't really make it a habit of exposing or trying to expose my life too much past what we do as far as watching movies or shows or anything like that, music. Um, I don't even really like uh, talking too much uh, about like my son even too much because I don't want this channel is really not about him or me to that degree. It's about me trying to give you my thoughts and opinions on stuff, yes, but that's the extent of why I'm here. You know what I mean? Where um, I'm here to. I'm trying to figure out this where to put this. I'm trying to figure out, you know, the best way to do that for you guys to give you the best content and videos that Tully Television can give you. Um, but sometimes it's hard. You may not realize that trying to do YouTube, even when you're doing something you enjoy, that you love, that you like, It's hard because um, you don't know what's going to catch. You don't know. Sometimes things catch, and people wouldn't think that it does. And sometimes you think that this video. God, why is this being so difficult? Sometimes you think that you made a banger video, and it's really not a banger video. You know what I mean? Um, so it's tough in that regard. You know what I mean? Where you're trying to get merch sold, you're trying to find the best team behind you, and that's hard too because when you're not making any money off the YouTube channel yet, and you only have, say, like most Americans, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So it's really hard to get the equipment, to get the stuff that is needed to make better looking videos. Um, Sometimes I've noticed that people have the tendency to have had the luck to have the money to start off with better equipment, but I understand that's few and far between. I know that most YouTubers, when they start, uh, basically just start with the equipment that they have for the most part, and then they try to work up to getting the fancier stuff, and so there's that. My hair's a mess. I need to redo it, and so there's that. I had gotten discouraged recently from doing YouTube. And then on top of that, with my discouragement and impatience, my mother in law had started not feeling well. Uh, I'm not going to really get into too many details because she doesn't like being discussed like that. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her, but yeah, she's not doing too well, and it's enough to have the missus on my end be concerned, as any normal person would with their mother. Um, my mother and I did not have the best of relationships in my adult life, but even when she was in the final stages of her life, the last year or so, I did make attempts to see her, to give her snacks and goodies that she wanted and stuff like that. And I was at least able to get up and down to see her when she was in the city, to see her when she moved up in the area that I was living in. Um, and it's harder for and I'm not saying that Chrissy, my mother-in-law, is in that condition. She's not, but uh, it's still very unsure of what's going on, unsure of how to handle it when she's even able to get out of the hospital, and we don't have like the way, uh, like our vehicle is like an older vehicle, so we live a few hours away, like 2-3 hours away from where my mother-in-law lives, and uh, to travel down there and then to not have anywhere to stay, and then to have to worry about a 2 or 3 hour trip back. Um, it's tough to. Uh, it gets frustrating because you wish you had more money to do this, more money to do that, and we're pouring our money into YouTube and the wreath business that Christy's trying to do. Uh, gotta spend money to make money. Apparently, that's what I've been told. So I'm trying to be understanding of that. But again, it's really tough. It's really tough to keep a solid head on you. On top of some of the medical conditions we have to deal with our son, with the missus herself. Some of my capabilities have to be occasionally limited because of certain injuries I occurred myself in my life. So it's really can get frustrating. And lately, I was thinking about giving up on YouTube altogether. And I have to say that even in her distress, Chrissy had told me to think about it. And when I talked to my editor, Smokey Bishop, he was like, "Take a break and think about it. Don't do any rash decisions." When I talked to Jordan about it too, it was a similar feel. He was like, "Don't give up. We're doing good. It's going to catch on. You're not wasting your time, even if it's just to help you keep your mind on off of things. It's doing something for you, and I hope that it's doing something for you guys too. I hope that um, I hope that I've had the ability to make your days better, your lives better during that time period you're watching a Tully television video. Um, that's really the main goal that I want to keep in mind why I started this channel was to have a voice for the common guy that grew up in pop culture and in comic books and stuff like that. And um, I get that the entertainment business can be harsh and this and that, but uh, to have a common, like a regular Joe's voice, speak out against certain issues or with certain issues, I think is much needed sometimes. And so, that's why I'm here. I'm here to give people enjoyment. I'm here to give people information. I'm here to try to bring a smile to someone's face. You know what I mean? And I hope that I've been able to do that for you guys because it's rough out there. It's rough out there, and if I feel the strain with good people by my side, I feel the strain. I can only imagine how people feel that feel like they're on their own, with no one around, no support system. And for those of you who feel like there's no one listening, uh, I'll listen. I've given my social media links down in the description. I get left my Gmail link down in the description. I respond back to comments and questions on the channel. I'll respond back via email if that's how you guys want to talk. And um, mental health for men sometimes really isn't available, or there's conflicting feelings about men opening up their emotions. We spend, at least in the time period I grew up in, uh, where beatings were more likely to happen, more emotional and verbal and mental things would be done without giving a second thought to what you're saying to a child. Um, I remember from the time I would get my first beatings to some of my last beatings before I kind of grew out of allowing people to, beat me. um, it would always be, oh, what are you gonna cry? Uh, you know, the bundle of sticks. What are you, a bundle of sticks? Uh, Why don't you cry for me? You vagina, and vagina wasn't used. You can imagine the word being used. Um, some really harsh things that would be said to me and done to me, and this is not about getting into any of that. If you guys would want to hear some of those uh, more trying times, I'd be willing to talk about them in a separate video uh, or another stream where we can get real and talk about how growing up in certain environments can really change the way you think and act as opposed to people who were born out of love and had some sort of family that loved them and the beaver cleaver type of family, you know, and as opposed to the Bundys on crack, um, which Married with Children was a great show that kind of really showed a real life of family life sometimes. Um, yeah, it's tough. It's tough that to have all these things said to you and done to you as a child to try to make you become a man, and then when you become a man, um, the women you get involved with, the partners, I should just more generalize that the partners that you get into relationships with, if you grew up with getting told all these names and this and that and all these types of beatings, it's tough to be emotionally available for people. You know what I mean? And sometimes, um, like the missus here, uh, that's one of her complaints about me is that I'm too cold with certain things. And my response is maybe it is, but there's a lot of factors that have gone into that, and a lot of those factors came from some of those ingredients were from when I was being raised. I was kind of raised to be emotionally unavailable, and that's tough for people to hear and to deal with because you know it's really just a sad thing that you know it's just a sad thing. Sometimes to really uh, try to it's really just tough to try to be aware of your own mental health and then the mental health of those people around you and stuff. And to try to be there for somebody when you're not even there for yourself is really a tougher gig. And that's what I was going through the last week and a half with the mother-in-law, and then my own mental health issues. I do have mental health issues that I have to deal with on an everyday basis, every minute basis, and it doesn't make me violent or anything like that. It's more of gives me other things that come along with mental health. Again, if you guys want to more one day talk about mental health and stuff like that, we can definitely get into a stream like that and talk about mental health and men's mental health and women's mental health. Um, it all comes together. It all comes together. Um, yeah, it can be tough, man. It can be tough, and that's. I'm just glad that I've had the missus help me and support me over the years, and this week was a little bit tougher for her to want to support me, being her mind was on her mother. But she was trying her best, and then Tim and Jordan. Really, without those three, it would be a bit tougher for me to get back in the saddle, so to speak, of YouTube and wanting to do it. I did send him a couple videos today. I did like a two-parter on the What If episode one. I was going to do something else, but I got caught up with making calls to the hospital and stuff with the missus for the mother-in-law. So I didn't get to do the other video, but um, I'll get that done tomorrow morning and send it to Tim. But yeah, I just really, I was really tough. I was really contemplating just, uh, I don't want to do YouTube no more. No one cares. Um, but I did it not because of other people caring. I did it for me, and in the hopes I can get to spread my love of things to other people and maybe inspire them to do something similar in their lives. I kind of care what people think, and I kind of care what people take out of this. I do, but at the end of the day, I have to be confident enough in myself to understand that I'm gonna have some great videos up for you guys, and maybe some videos are gonna be like, that's probably more for him. That's more specialized video, whatever have you, however you want to state it. But I hope that I can definitely bring you guys some sort of real enjoyment out of your life, out of the videos that you come across on Tully television here. Um, not going to really keep this too much longer for tonight. Um, I just wanted to kind of come on and upload this to everybody and kind of just let them know that when we watch uh, our favorite YouTubers, like for me, I like watching this channel called Heel versus Babyface. Uh, I like watching the quartering. These type of Cinnamon Toast Ken. That video, although that channel is great. Abba and Preach. I think those guys, and maybe in YouTube land, you shouldn't be giving other people props too much. But I think we should. There's so many great channels to go to that. I'm gonna kind of write a hashtag that channel now. I love a lot. That really I can't get enough of. And preach that channel right there. It's for everybody. They really bring some interesting ideas to the forefront. Some really uh, interesting insight to things that may or may not be going on, things that you may not be thinking of in certain situations. Um, so I hope that I can do the same thing. These channels had inspired me, and I know that this channel is primarily meant for like comic books and pop culture stuff and what have you. But I'm totally willing to dedicate a portion of this channel to discussing some of these issues that we may, as people, may feel similar. You know what I mean? Um, because when I did first start Tully Television, um, I solely wanted it to be like a pop culture channel geared towards comics that I like, geared towards movies and shows that I like, and music. But this last week and a half has proven to me that maybe, because I've been trying to do YouTube, or I started the channel back in October of 2020. Like many people started that channel when the Cactus 99 started. Um, and sometimes when we don't see the results that we want, it can become very frustrating. And think about people who are trying to lose weight. I'm talking about like not talking about someone who's in shape already and needs to lose 20 pounds. They already kind of know how to lose the 20 pounds from vacation, that they gained. If they're in shape already, I'm talking about like the people who are 500, 600. I'm a big guy myself, and it's hard to lose weight. Sometimes, like I know what I need to do. I know I need to drink more fruits and vegetables. Drink. Well, you can drink certain fruits in a smoothie. um, Meaning eating more fruits and vegetables, more protein stuff, less carbohydrates, less soda, more water, more those type of things. I think that when adults hit a certain age, they understand what you need to do. It's getting to do that is the problem. We get in our own way, um, and it's obviously a cry for mental health. Mental health when you're that big, or when you're an alcoholic or drug addict. Some alcoholics and drug addicts, or people who are eat too much or whatever, or shop too much, may not want the help, but most do want the help, and their addiction is their form of asking for help, whether they realize it or not. And the mental health really comes into play a lot with that. And that's what I was experiencing this last week, a week and a half, is the mental health that I was feeling. But not seeing the immediate results out of this uh, got in my way. I got in my own way. And with the kind words of Tim and Jordan and Chrissy, because those were the three I kind of let them know that, I don't want to do this anymore. F this, F that. Uh, I'm, I'm useless, whatever like that. Why am I even bothering with this? No one cares. Uh, that's garbage talk. Garbage talk. You know what I mean? I just subliminally just wanted someone, I guess, to tell me, no, Bart, don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm not trying to be an intentional attention seeker. Uh, like I said, I get in my own way. I overthink stuff, and I'm like, am I not doing this channel right, and this and that? And there's no right way or wrong way. I mean, outside of the content you're trying, like, yeah, there is a wrong way to do a YouTube video. Like, it's not going around trying to hit people and run away. That type of content is stupid. But what I'm talking about is, for the most part, there's going to be an audience for what people are trying to look for, right? If I like something, chances are someone else likes that same thing somewhere in the world. You know what I mean? If I love Nightcrawler comic books, there's someone out there that likes Nightcrawler comic books too. You know what I mean? If someone likes sewing and they want to make a sewing channel, there's going to be someone else out there into sewing and crocheting and stuff, and they're going to be like, all right, let me check this out. There's a niche for everyone. Um, it just depends on how patient you're willing to be. And I realize that I have to work a lot on my patience. You know what I mean? That's why I can't be a doctor. I got no patience. Oh, dad joke alert. Um, yeah, dad joke alert. Yeah, it's really hard to not get in your way. I spent a lot of my life with limited support, emotionally and mentally, because again, um, men are supposed to be strong. Men are supposed to not show sign of weakness. Men are not supposed to show tears or any. Men are supposed to uh, be in war and not, like this and that. And yeah, that's garbage talk too. We allowed ourselves to believe that men had to shoulder all responsibility without asking for some sort of release somewhere, some sort of blow off valve in some sort of positive form. Uh, and for a long time in society, we would think that this is the way it goes. Men go to work, women stay home and raise the kids, and make sure better make sure you have that hot plate of dinner when I come home from work. Woman, and this and that, and you undercook the roast, and poof, and uh, you're not slapping your wife because the roast is overcooked. You're slapping your wife because the fucking boss pissed you off. You know what I mean, or whatever. You feel inadequate somehow. That's why you slapping your wife. That's why you're drinking yourself to death. That's why you're smoking crack because you feel some sort of inadequacy about yourself. What's going on, Fernando? Good to see you, brother man. How you been? How you been? Beautiful Bobby Eaton, baby. Rest in peace, man. I was watching Jim Cornette's podcast, and when he was talking about beautiful Bobby Eaton, and it sounded like he was going to cry the whole podcast, man. I felt bad. Yeah, man, that's Fernando, my buddy Fernando, guys. If you don't know, has been an old school friend of mine. I think we met like at least when I was 12 and 13. You know what I mean? 12 and 13 is kind of the earliest memories I have of Fernando and I hanging out. And yeah, since kids, yeah, literally since kids. And him and I used to, Fernando and I used to obviously talk wrestling a lot. We would go to each other's house and watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I think when it, I'm not sure if I was still down in the city when SmackDown started or not, but at least Raw on pay-per-views. And Fernando and I used to like busting chops with this girl that lived on our block. Her name was Louise. She was a little older than us. When we were like 13 or 14, Raw is Jericho. When Fernando and I were like 12 or 13, she was like about, I would say like 19 or something like that, 18. And we would bust her chops a lot. But she would take it in stride. That is your middle name, Louise. Yes, yes. And she had a son who was a cool little kid. His name was Arthur. And I feel bad for her. When I reconnected with Louise in my older years, within the last 2 or 3 years, um, come to find out that her son had passed away from some heart thing. I don't want to misspeak on the exact condition, but it took his life, unfortunately, and it was kind of like a shocker at that time because I remember, like I said, being 12, 13, 14, and seeing him at like 5 or 6 or whatever like that, and he was like a chunky little boy, and you'd want to squeeze his little cheeks and stuff, but he was a good kid. Um, yeah, he was a good kid. He was funny. Uh, she would always have him. She would never let anyone babysit him. She was a good mother to him. And I feel bad for her because she still weighs on her very much today, and for obvious reasons. I mean, come on. Uh, you know, yeah, very good mom. Very good mom. Whatever else you may or may not want to say about the lady. I haven't, really hung out with her in 20 whatever years at this point. But, her mother, she loved that kid like she loved that boy, and it's just crazy to see sometimes how your life goes on, and then these things happen to other people, and it's like it kind of puts perspective on your life a little bit. You think your life is tough, and it is. I'm not saying it's not. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. This is not a competition because once you try to compare your life to other people's lives, you become a slave to that. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with looking at a situation and kind of being like, "Oof, sheesh, man, that's a rough shake of the dice there." You know what I mean? And that was definitely one of those for her. Um, yeah. So his name was Arthur. Uh, Arthur Florio or something like that. Arthur though. Arthur, little Artie. Little Artie. Little Artie. I'm always gonna. Yeah, I think he died in his early 20s. It was early 20s or something like that. Just when he was starting to get his life going. You know, like most people in your early 20s, you want to start your life, see what's out there, see if there's anyone willing to smooch you, get a job, have a few drinks, have a couple of puffs or whatever, and just see if you like life and like this and like that. And it's kind of sad that he didn't really get to experience any of that. He didn't get to really experience heartache or with a partner, or he didn't experience getting drunk with his friends and them helping him out when he's puking in the toilet. He didn't really get a chance to go play football in the park, with a son or something. I've gotten to experience those things, and some of those things I look back fondly of, and yeah, sometimes you forget. You get wrapped up in your own things, you forget, and kind of like what I was saying about this last week or so with me, getting wrapped up in a lot of my mental stuff because of the things that were going on, not feeling adequate for my family because the missus is going through such a rough time. I don't feel adequate because she's such in a depressive state, and I gotta realize I didn't create that. She's worried about her mom, and it's my job to be the punching board. And sometimes that gets tiresome, you know what I mean? But in the greater good, in the greater picture of things, that's what you need to be sometimes. You need to be the sounding board. You need to ask, do you want my opinion, or am I just here for you to vent? So I know how to approach the situation for you. And I get too defensive with things, and it's one of my downfalls. I have to realize that if I'm not doing anything wrong, there's nothing for me to feel bad about. You know what I mean? But because of my eagerness to make everyone else happy, that starts fucking with me. And then that starts my cycle when the other person's already in their cycle. And then no one's listening to anybody. You know what I mean? It's just the way it goes sometimes. Yeah. I just hope that I can continue to have the great support that I have with me. I hope that if you guys don't have a support system, hope that you guys know that Tully Television can be that system for you. And yeah, don't ever hesitate to email, comment, or anything like that. Hit me up on my social media accounts, and I will make myself available to you guys. Um, I'm definitely a great listener uh, when I'm not being so defensive. And I think I give out some pretty good advice, sound advice. Um, that's what I needed this week, and I got it from Jordan, Tim, and Chrissy. And anytime I get like that again, I'm going to remember that uh, don't give up, don't give up, run, Barry, run. You know. But with that being said, I'm going to start wrapping up the stream for tonight. I know it wasn't really uh, too exciting for pop culture stuff, but I hope that I've hit a chord with you guys. I hope that that I'm just hoping that my words can reach somebody out there and make them realize that they're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. I'm gonna stop singing because nobody likes it. um, actually, when is SummerSlam, Fernando? Actually, when is SummerSlam? Is it this week? Because I'm almost interested. I'm the fucking peacock thing is what fucking killed the fucking peacock. Peacock really pissed me off at Money in the Bank. Which I never even busted balls about getting my refund next Saturday. Maybe then, maybe because if it was this weekend, I might have been like, nah, I'll let it go. Uh, yeah, I might actually. I might. I because the Roman Reigns Cena match will be the hook for me personally. Because of course Cena's back to promote the Suicide Squad movies, and that's why they're putting him into this thing. Yeah, everyone's jumping to AEW, man. Daniel Bryan or Daniel Bryanson or Bryan Danielson, however you want to call his stage name when he's not in WWE. CM Punk. I'm really surprised at the CM Punk one. Yeah, I'm really surprised at the CM Punk one because um, for such a long time he was really disenfranchised with wrestling. Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, I heard someone say that Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, yeah, Charlotte Flair might go because her contract's up soon. And then Flair's looking to go. Her fiance is there, Andrade. I don't know what his El Tranquilo. I know was kind of his name before WWE. I just don't know what his. I forget what his AEW name is, but yeah, Andrade. He's good, man. Andrade is fucking good, man. I don't know why they didn't do more with that guy. He is phenomenal. Um, but it'd be interesting to see him and Flair have kids together. Continue the Flair name that way down the road. That would be pretty nuts. That kid would be built for wrestling. Brock Lesnar might jump too. Um, Brock Lesnar, man. To be honest with you, that might be harder to get him in than CM Punk is, and CM Punk was hard to get. Uh, CM Punk was so mad about wrestling. Vince McMahon fired that guy on his wedding day. So no wonder he was so against wrestling for such a long time. That um, he got fired on his wedding day, which is you can tune up the Alanis Morissette now. You know what I mean? It's like rain on your wedding day, but you're getting the pink slip instead. um, yeah, aim to AEW is stepping it up. We'll see how that goes, man. We'll see how that goes. Um, yeah, that does suck. Getting yeah, getting fired on your wedding day really sucks. You would hope that the new wife makes it up on the honeymoon that night. Wink, wink. um, but yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. I might watch SummerSlam then if it's next week. I might actually do that. We'll see. And if I do, I'll keep you up for him. Yeah, if Lesnar does jump ship, WWE might be done because those are some pretty big names. And if I had the ability to sign Brock Lesnar, I would try to sign him up for years. You know what I mean? Like, uh, even if he couldn't wrestle anymore, just his name alone as, say, a special guest referee or this or that, where he can do a move on you or something like that. That alone will bring you in money. You know what I mean? Uh, the only thing, one of the things I was disappointed with the WWE and Brock Lesnar was they didn't continue doing the Brock Party. I thought it looked like he was really into that character for that quick week they did it with the boombox and the I I don't know why they didn't continue that. He seemed like he was getting a kick out of that thing. I'll never forget how. Well, that meme of that guy, um, the African American guy with the face with the eyes bugging out. That's the perfect. That guy's expression from the front row or wherever he was sitting is the perfect. Like that meme is so perfect because that was like everyone's reaction because it almost was like, was this just an accident? Like, did they just botch this? And it was like, no, no. We found out later it wasn't a botch. It wasn't not. That's how it was supposed to go. And that guy's face looked like he just saw someone kick his dog. Like someone, like he just was told that old Yeller died or something. He just was like, with jaw on the ground, eye bugging out, like, oh! It was unreal. It really felt like an end of an era. That felt more like an end of an era than even the Triple H and Undertaker match that they had. It was really like, wow, the Undertaker may be on his way out for real sooner than we thought. And we gotta remember, Undertaker's damn near 60 years old, bro. Like he's no spring chicken anymore. He couldn't keep he couldn't keep it up, and he was getting in his own way too. Even famous people get in their own way. Uh, yeah, I was hoping that Punk was going to do it. I was hoping Randy Orton was going to do it at one point. Um, yeah, it was really, really, really something else. Really something else. But all good things must come to an end, so to speak. You catch what I mean? Um, but it was a great match, and definitely worth. Yes. um, yeah, Orton was close too. He was. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna start wrapping up, guys, for the day. I hope that I've been able to bring some enjoyment into your life for the day. I hope that you know, I hope that you don't forget that if you even feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, stop by here on Tully Television. We'll make time for you. I always respond to comments, questions. Like I said, all my social media information is down below. My Gmail is Tully, Tully, 2099 at gmail.com. If you want to email any questions, go right ahead. And don't forget to check out the bonfire. Come on, bonfire, baby. Buy a shirt. What's it gonna do? It's gonna make you happy. It's gonna make me happy. We're gonna all be happy. We're gonna make the world happy, and then together with the world happy, we go straight to the moon, baby. Go straight to the moon, baby. Until next time, peace, Snookums.